It's been a little over a year since Kamala Harris went to Ghana trying to basically force this country into accepting the LGBTQ principles.
Let me be clear about where we stand. First of all, for the American press who are here, you know that a great deal of work in my career has been to address human rights issues, equality issues across the board, including as it relates to the LGBT community. And I feel very strongly about the importance of supporting the freedom and supporting and fighting for equality among all people, and that all people be treated equally. I will also say that this is an issue that we consider, and I consider, to be a human rights issue, and that will not change.
But of course, Ghana refused. And they have let it known that they will not be bullied into accepting homosexuality in the country as a legal way of life.
It's nobody's business what happens between me and my wife in my bedroom. But when you decide to bring what is supposed to remain in the privacy of your bedroom into public space, then public policy will apply to you for people who choose to have sex, men who choose to have sex with men. And so the government had to spend $200 million. We're dealing with getting enough beds for our women to give birth when they are pregnant. We should now begin to divert those resources to stitch up the backsides of men who have chosen to go and have sex with men when they begin to have anal tears and anal warts. The people who lose their identity have lost their nation. Ghana is not the 51st state of the United States. Tell the American people, you either do business with us on our terms or you can walk. American businesses that operate in Ghana are not in Ghana because of LGBTQ. They are in Ghana because they make a profit. If you think that because we are protecting our cultural values and saying no to LGBTQ, you want to lose $100 million in profit, pack up and go.
Also become the case in the United States. While gay marriage is legalized, Donald Trump has went viral for stating this.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
And of course, Ghana is still dealing with this anti-LGBTQ law. And one of the reasons it's been dealing with it is because of some of the ramifications it faces to take on by producing it.
In Ghana, the Supreme Court rejected two bids to overturn a bill that would roll back LGBTQ plus rights. The Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill could lead to jail terms for people in same-sex relations. It was approved by MPs in February, but can only become law if ratified by outgoing President Nana Akufo-Addo or President-elect John Mahama. Now, the proposed changes are popular in Ghana, but have attracted criticism from human rights bodies around the world, and its own finance ministries warned that the bill could have serious economic repercussions.
But that hasn't stopped new President John Mahama from saying this.
I, as a Christian, uphold the principle and the values that only two genders exist, man and woman. And that a marriage is between a man and a woman. I've spoken with the Speaker so that a renewal of the expired Proper Values Bill should be a bill that is introduced by government rather than as a private member's motion. And it's my hope that that consultation would see a renewed Proper Values Bill.
And of course, people in the comments of this particular video were so upset at the country of Ghana for taking its stance against homosexuality. So this dude, Kid Cudi, was the first dude to be mad. He was like, aren't there more important things for the nation of Ghana to address? And I started to show y'all his picture, but I mean, if you go to his Instagram, that dude, you'll probably see what kind of time he's on, and that's why he said that. But anyways, Giving Back says, Kid Cudi, okay, I told him what you said. He told me to ask if you've lived there. Coming from there, they are actually 1,000,000% okay with it. Maybe that's 10,000,000% okay with it. Don't you have bigger things to worry about? The motherland zones. We are the only clowns at this circus.
I said, oh, jump scare.
100% agree. Just because Kid Cudi probably lives somewhere in Atlanta and all that, bruh, you need to just chill the hell out and worry about your damn self. I hate when people try to make somebody else accept their little ways they got going on. Dancing Man says this, Kid Cudi, there are issues everywhere, but this is the main issue that we had to tackle, okay? Then you had this white lady says, 2 grown-ups do not need to be told who they can and can't love. You people are too entitled over other people's lives. So they're not saying that you can't love anybody. They're just saying that you just can't marry the person. And if you want to do that, leave the country, okay? Kid Cudi, he's responding, the main issue we had to tackle. They're back on his ass again. Trust no one says, Kid Cudi, their country, their rules. USA and its citizens have far too much to worry about than what another country is doing that doesn't impact us.
I said, oh, jump scare.
Now, Senior Johnson, this person goes, Kid Cudi, I'm a trans woman and I work with predominantly African men. I am the manager over about 50 men per shift. They know I'm trans. That ain't stopped nothing. They want me even more. I don't buy lunch every day. Someone is bringing me lunch. They want to meet up after work. Now, they are very DL because they scared more than the Americans, but I'm not interested in them. Well, maybe 1 or 2 I'm interested in. Damn, just getting your cheeks clapped all over the workplace. But they often tell me over back home, it's no different than here in America. 50% is secretly gay. They just have to hide it. Don't believe the propaganda that their corrupt media displays because it's definitely gays and bis there. Okay, that's not the point. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but anyways. So Honorable Chief says, Kid Cudi responded to the first dude. I am sure the American residing in a faraway America knows this more than the people of Ghana. You can keep picking the soap for your piper. It's obviously you are the pipey. But the people of Ghana and Africa at large do not tolerate nor condone such deviant, logical, inverted practices. All right, hold on. I want to show this dude's picture, but I don't want it. So to the transgender person, Buddha Baby goes, you just wanted to stand out and feel important. Hey, look at me. I'm part of something face ass.
Oh, jump scare.
The transgender replies, I know a ninja ain't talking that's wearing a fake pair of cubic zirconias from 2007. Boy, do the Michael Jackson and beat it. Let me say this. I live in a country that has also taken a very similar stance with Uganda. And Uganda has said, listen, being gay is a crime. A marriage is not between a man and a woman. And again, I'm going to keep putting this position out there.
Respect African societies and their values. If you don't agree, you just keep quiet. Let's manage our society the way we see. If we are wrong, we shall find out by ourselves. Just the way we don't interfere with yours.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
Of course, they are disgusting. What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never knew what they were doing. That's how I've been told recently that what they do is terrible, disgusting. But I was ready to ignore that if there was proof that that's how he's born, abnormal. But now the proof is not there.
Other people know that Saudi Arabia has the same thing. UAE has the same thing. Turkey has the same thing. In fact, in those countries, it's punishable by death. Either they throw you off a bridge, they behead you, or anything else. We know that Arabic countries, all of them, Morocco, all of them have this law. The question is, why is it a problem for African countries? Because African countries continue to be looked at as less than. When you are accepting aid money from people, when you are accepting things from other folks, people gonna look at you as not being able to stand up for yourself. I think that what's going on with Ghana is not that people can hate somebody that's gay, but it's what comes with the kind of culture of accepting the LGBTQ maybe into their country. If you look at the United States and what was going on, it was just being forced in schools. It turned a lot of people off. People just felt like it was just kind of, impeding on their personal lifestyle. It wasn't just like, okay, gay marriage is this. It's like, okay, no, you have to be forcefully accepting all of this. And I think that is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. And so I think that a lot of people saw what was going on in the United States and they're like, yeah, this is something that, we don't want our value system to be. And you can complain about somebody else's way of life, but people have all kind of different ways to do things. In Europe, there's a different legal sex age than it might be somewhere else, because in each person's countries, they have the right to govern themselves. If you don't like what's going on in Ghana, then just don't go. If you don't like what's going on in Uganda, don't go. They have the right to govern themselves, okay? In the way that they do, however they want to do it. I get told all the time, you guys know I'm a very confrontational person in Uganda, when it comes to certain things in business. And people tell me all the time, if you don't like it, you should leave, okay? This is the way we do things. Either you're gonna get acclimated to how we do things and our current way of doing it, or you're gonna have to go, or you won't do it. So I gotta make a decision. If I wanna work in a particular climate, okay, and I wanna stay here, I can get mad all I want. And y'all know I do come on the podcast, I be frustrated, I be calling folk out and everything like that. But hey, if I'm gonna stay here, I have to get acclimated to how they do things, okay? And if you want somebody to respect your lifestyle and it's not something that you can change, don't go there, okay? Like some of them folks there, they should have to do this. You don't live in Ghana, neither do I, but I respect their right to do it their way. And if you are going to live in Ghana, you're gonna have to do things the way that Ghanaians want you to do it. That's 100% the truth. I live in Uganda, and there are just certain things, if I'm gonna be here, I have to do it the way that Ugandans want me to do it, or if I can operate within those parameters. And if you don't have a problem with that, then don't come to Africa, because a lot of African countries is gonna be like this, okay? Kenya's already stated their position on it. Rwanda, you definitely don't wanna go out there playing. And Uganda and Nigeria also, they're not playing around, all right? So, congrats to them. Congrats to Ghana for sticking up for what they feel is right. And also the other countries out there that want to do it their way. They are allowed to govern themselves. And for folks who don't like it, just don't visit. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson, back with another episode of Fair Use in Ghana. We out.